All right, y'all, what's going on? It's your boy Harlan the God, and today talking about Narco, issue number 1. This is obviously the second printing, but this is the what is it called? Scream variant. I have the first, the first book or whatever, but I had to get this one. This book, I think it came out right around, if not the same day as Dork and White Sky, maybe a week later. But this is one of those books, along with those other two, that just blew up. And obviously Dork being the more popular of the other, out of the three. But nonetheless, this book is on, I believe it's third or fourth printing as we speak. I just seen something pop up on Threads. So it's still doing numbers. That first issue still doing numbers. But yeah, I was excited to go ahead and grab this because the writer, Doug Wagner, who's done multiple different things in this kind of vein with like niche kind of things, from materials to just stuff you wouldn't even think about. The last book I read, and the first story I read from him was Fashion School Serial Killer. Absolutely loved it. Loved the concept, loved the art style. And now we're here. Narco. Put it on the pull list immediately. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. So this kind of, oh, by the way, I got my notebook here to kind of help me stay focused, stay on track, so this won't be too long of me just rambling. But for anybody who does want to read this, first time hearing about this book, this is in a realm of like a thriller, murder mystery kind of story, at least this one specifically. So yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely go to pick this one up. But the writer, Doug Wagner, the artist, Daniel Hilliard, and the colorist, Dave Stewart, and of course the letterer, Ed Dukeshire. Absolute phenomenal creative team on this one. If you read this first issue, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. The art is amazing. It's beautiful. Really works well with this story. A little bit about what the book is about. So basically, there's a character by the name of Marcus, and he has this, let me say not say extreme, but this rare form of narcolepsy, to where when his heart rate gets to maybe 200, or even when he gets excited or something, he blacks out. Doesn't really remember anything that happens. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. You know what I'm saying? Do with that as you will. But let's go ahead and get into the story. The pacing of it just felt right. Like, it wasn't too fast, wasn't too slow. It just flowed really, really well. Everything just leading up, just falling to each other perfectly like dominoes. The dialogue, aside from the art itself, the dialogue is what kept me engaged a lot with this story. Because usually you have those stories that the art is what keeps your attention, and you're telling a good story as well. But this one right here, it had it all. But that dialogue was really, really done well, especially between the different his friend group and the other little characters here and there that you might have seen popped in or whatever. It just really worked really, really well. That's kind of made it feel real, and it's really, really enjoyable. Also, the way that they showcase his narcolepsy, the situations they put him in didn't feel forced, right? It didn't feel like, okay, you already know what's going to happen immediately, just hopping into it. It wasn't like, I'm going to scare you here, or, certain things here. It just felt real natural, like natural situation, just like will get anybody's heart rate up for sure. So it felt realistic in that sense. But yeah, man, it just felt natural. It just felt real, real good. And nothing was too repetitive or anything. You use the same thing over and over. Was not the case for this book. Art-wise, really enjoyed this art style. There's a lot of art styles that I just can't get behind, but with the concept of this book and the story itself, it just really, really worked with this. It also works great because the way that they draw Marcus as he falls, I won't say fall asleep, but as he passes out and into like his narcolepsy kind of state, it reminded me of like a little bit of like a dream state, you know what I'm saying, where the effects they use with him falling, it reminds me of Get Out. Kind of like how, when, obviously, y'all know the scene with a teacup and he falls down. That's kind of what this gives you. And then the lines they have that kind of melts away at it, that just makes it all look so good and just makes it look real believable. That was another that's how you do a narcolepsy transition or switch or something like that. And Daniel Hill, you absolutely killed it with that. Each time that he did, fall into that state throughout this story. But I really, really, really enjoyed this because like I said, there's a murder mystery aspect of it. There's like a serial killer kind of thing going on. Don't know anything about that. We don't know if this is Marcus when he falls asleep. We don't know if there's just somebody else just out there doing crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I like that because we can't really tell if this is him doing it or this really is somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So it really keeps you on the edge of your seat, on your toes at all times. You turn the next page, you don't know, something crazy just happened. You know what I'm saying? So I really, really enjoyed that a lot, man. All around, this book really has it all. You know what I'm saying? It knows how to stick well to its concept and stick to it, hone it in, but also not being repetitive, really forcing things so that certain things can happen for this character in his situation. You know what I'm saying? Everything just really feels natural. Cannot wait for issue 2. If I had to get this like a rating out of 5, anything, it's a 5 out of 5 for me. Again, dialogue, the art, the concept, and just the overall feel of it just really works very well. But I'm not surprised because Doug Wagner, he's done that with all these other stories. They just work. But yeah, man, hey, once again, that is Narco. Issue 1 is out. Believe it's going to for a 3rd or 4th printing as we speak. Issue 2 should come out later on in May. So y'all let me know in the comment section, have you read this book? If you haven't, will you be reading? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.